Hey skaters, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. I am Coach Julia and today is a special request video. So I was going through all of the comments from the Coach Julia Club members and seeing what some of their special requests were, and I saw this awesome comment. It was about a backward exercise that I do for one of my warm-ups. So in the Coach Julia Club, we have a different warm-up for every different level, and I had a back extension exercise, and they were hoping I do a tutorial on just the back extension exercise, and I'm gonna do that. My Coach Julia Club members are really important to me, and if they have a request, I'm gonna fulfill it. So today is backward crossovers to backward outside edge extensions. All right, let me show you what this skill is gonna look like. So this is a great warm-up exercise. I do it in my personal warm-up all of the time. We're gonna do it around the rink. It's a perimeter exercise. You can do it really big down the middle, but it works really well as a perimeter exercise. So it's gonna be backward crossovers and backward outside edge extensions. So I'm gonna move down the side. So it's gonna go crossover, extension, crossover, extension, crossover, extension. All right, that's what it's gonna look like. Now let's break down how we're gonna do this skill. The first thing I want you to do is find an area where you can do a little bit of stretching, like a wall like this, or if you're in a rink that has a dance studio or something like that, you're very lucky, but you can use that dance studio, or you can do it at home. I know there are a few rinks in the world that don't have walls, so you want to practice this at home if you don't have walls in your rink. So rather than facing the wall for this stretching, I'm going to have my back to the wall because that's going to better simulate what we're doing out on the ice. So I'm going to place my left hand on the wall, keeping my back towards the wall so you can see I'm facing you. I'm going to hit my outside edge with my left foot, try to open my back up so I can touch the wall with both sides, and then lift my foot until I can place that foot on the wall. Okay, so it is definitely not a spiral position. It is an extension position. So if you worked on your forward stroking, it's like that, but way, way bigger. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm trying to keep my back really, really open, maintain that outside edge with my standing foot, and then open my leg up. You can see I'm still trying to keep my toe lifted towards the ceiling. I don't want you rotating that hip down to where your toe is facing the ice. I want your hip rotated up so your toe is facing the ceiling. And we're gonna try that on the other side. I'm placing my right hand on the wall. I'm gonna open my hand up so that I can just touch my left hand on the wall. I'm gonna be on my outside edge on my right foot. Lift that foot up until I can place it up on the wall behind me. Okay, so this is, again, the position. It's not exactly the position, but it's kind of close, and it helps you feel where your leg is gonna be. You can see that it's not in front of me, it's not behind me, it's to the side with that toe facing up. So first thing I'm gonna do is practice that position somewhere where you have a hand hold and you can place your foot for some stretching. So we're gonna start with a backward crossover. I don't care which one you do first, but based on the way I'm facing, I'm gonna do my left first. So we're gonna do our crossover. Then you're gonna place your right foot down on an outside edge. Open your body up so your fingers are nice and stretched out, and lift your leg, okay? When you lift your leg, I want you to think about it opening, it's almost forward, okay? So it's definitely not fully behind you, it's like next to you, right under your arm. So you're gonna lift your leg directly under where your arm is. So you cross over, place your back open, and lift your leg under your arm. Okay, let me try that again so you can see that angle. Cross over, open your hands, lift your leg under your arm. Okay, it is really squeezing with the top of my leg, like right here in the hip area. I'm really engaging my muscles. You're gonna feel it there pretty intensely. If we try it with the other leg, we're gonna cross the right, open your hands up, lift your foot so it's directly under your hand. Okay, so let me try that again. Cross over, open up, lift your foot so it's directly under your hand. All right, so we're gonna be alternating that, moving down the ice. All right, doing these alternating down the side is really how I want you to do them. Don't just do them one side over and over. Unless you have a really weak side, unless you notice that one side is really bad, try alternating them when you do them. So I have a general axis. It's kind of where these lights are over me and there's some lines on the ice, and I'm gonna use that axis. We're gonna cross over, left over right, outside edge, open the hands up, and bring that leg right under the hand. Now place my foot down, cross over the other direction, switch my hands. So now my right one's behind me. I'm gonna lift that leg so it's directly under my arm. Cross over, open up, lift. Cross over, open up, lift. One of the key things you need to focus on to maintain balance is having strong back. So think about your back like a Y. You're pulling in and down with your shoulders. In and down, so your back is getting smaller, okay? That will help you keep that balance. And then really bending and sitting on that outside edge. My leg might not look super bent, but I've been doing this for a long time, so I don't need to be quite as bent. But when you're learning this, you're going to want to feel that you're bent and pushing onto that outside edge. Okay, so your gliding foot needs to be really over that outside edge and pressed down, okay? If you're lifted, you're gonna go up onto your toe pick and spin around a little bit, and obviously that's not what we're trying to achieve with this skill. So my back is really strong and I'm sitting on that outside edge. You can see that this knee here is bent and I'm sitting on that outside edge. And my body is lined up. So my shoulders are farther than my foot. So I'm really on a nice strong outside edge and with my back to my circle. So every crossover is creating a little circle, and when you do this extension, your back is to that circle. Okay, so you can try these starting out really low and eventually work up to a higher one, but you want to maintain that back to the circle. So as I said, you can start with your foot low, that's just fine, and work up to a really high foot. When I'm going all out, my foot is up over my shoulders sometimes, but you can start low and that's just fine. We could go crossover, open up, low extension, crossover, open those arms up, low extension, as long as you're getting the angles correct. As long as your leg is basically under your arm, each time you're looking over your shoulder, opening up and letting that leg go under your arm, you're fine. And you can build up to where it's really high each time. Okay, so start low, build those muscles, build that coordination, and eventually it'll be a really high leg, really dramatic. And it's both kind of a warm-up move and a show-off move, let's be honest. All right, skaters, there is a backward crossover to backward outside edge extension exercise. Again, it is one of my favorite ones to add into my personal warm-up routine, and I hope you enjoy it as well. If you enjoyed this video, please do give us that thumbs up. And as always, I'm looking forward to reading all your comments in that section down below. I would love to have you join us on the Coach Julia Club. If you haven't checked it out yet, you can do so at coachjulia.club, where I have structured learning from your very first lesson all the way up through double rotation jumps. There's also all kinds of other fun stuff happening on the club, so come over and join us at coachjulia.club. If you haven't subscribed yet here on YouTube though, you can hit that subscribe button so you can see all my videos when they come out. Happy skating, and I'll see you next time.